Faced off in the regular season, and Bedford owns the series 2-0. The first game was a 2-1 overtime win, the second one a 6-3 blowout. But in both games, the Trinity Pioneers struck first and put Bedford behind the 8 ball. So this is a game that still could go either way despite the 2-0 series lead for the Bulldogs. Both teams are facing the bracket with Central and West in the other part of the bracket, and the mighty Exeter Blue Hawks. The winner of this team will take on the winner of that game being played today. More than likely an Exeter win, heavily favored in that contest. We're going to be waiting to see the opening lineups here in just a moment. The team's just finishing up their warm-ups. In other tournament action last night in Bedford, the Central Little Green women's basketball team and the Memorial Crusaders faced off in their opening round with the opportunity to face Bedford on Friday. That game went to overtime with the Crusaders prevailing. So be sure to tune in to Bedford 105.1 and BCTV 23 and 1072. We'll bring you the action live from Bedford High Gymnasium between the Crusaders and the Bulldogs in girls basketball in the second round of the NHIAA Division I playoffs. The boys team, by the way, they were victorious over Central on Monday. Their next game coming up against 2-seed Goffstown. That's going to be tomorrow night, and we're hoping to bring you that broadcast. It's going to be at Goffstown Gym, so we're going to be reliant on the Goffstown TV channel to bring us that contest. We hope we'll be able to do that for you. And the opening lineups here are about to be announced between these two teams. Pretty good crowd here. Somewhat distanced, socially distanced here, but JFK Arena allowing parents and friends and family to attend these games, which is nice. And if you can't be here, if you're at work, we hope you're enjoying our broadcast.
Now let's meet both starting lineups. First, for Trinity, defense, number 21, Will Brower.
And we've got the first defenseman announced for Trinity. It's going to be Will Brower, number 21. Number 2, Mike Evans. Number 20, Anthony DeZillo. Number 17, Tyler Peltek. Number 28, Quinn Booth. And Lubelchek, Braden Lubelchek is going to be the starting keeper in goal. For Bedford, it's going to be Arhat Vadia on defense starting out. His partner, Tim Purcell, number 24. Brady Burke, number 10. And number 19, Owen Roberto. And number 37, Brendan Thornton, is the finisher of that 5. And starting in goal will be Shea Guimont for Bedford. We're going to take a moment right now for the national anthem, and we'll be right back with the call of the game. Stand by. The Bulldogs sporting their blonde hairdos. They all started that tradition a number of years ago after winning their first Division I title. Boys decided as a playoff tradition they would bleach their hair, and they've done that again this year. And Corey Parker has completed his duties as AD, dealing with the assorted media in attendance here. Corey, welcome to the broadcast.
Great to be here. Welcome, fans, both teams. Should be a fun one today, this afternoon, first round playoff game. Excited we've made it to March 3rd, and hopefully for the team in white, we got 2 more weeks. But it starts today, certainly.
Got to get past Trinity. And as
Absolutely.
I mentioned earlier, in both cases, even though Bedford won both games 2-1 and 6-3, the Pioneers both times, I keep calling them the Pioneers. Well, they are the Pioneers. Never mind.
Yeah, they are.
I get them mixed up with the Crusaders. Anyway, Pioneers were up in both of those games.
Yeah, I mean, 6-3 was certainly the final score, but I think both teams are kidding themselves if they think that's indicative of how this game's going to go today, as both are strong teams, that's for sure.
So Booth versus Burke on the faceoff. They both get kicked out. Now it's going to be DeZillo and Roberto. Waiting for the puck to drop. There it goes. Puck is still loose mid-ice. Finally chipped into the Trinity end and picked up by Jordan Joyle. He backhands the puck all the way into the Bedford end where Shea Guimont tees it up. It goes up the board and it's loose in the slot. Tim Purcell picks up the loose puck, tries to fire it off the board. Good forecheck here by the Pioneers. Badia gets taken down. Burke with the puck, tries to get it up the board to Thornton. And he turned it over. Here's a shot by Booth. Another rebound after the puck hit a leg. Back to the point. Salzman fires it from the point, and it goes off a stick and out of play. We'll get a whistle here at 14:19 of the first.
Really strong first round matchup here in the 2 and the 3 seeds coming out of our region, with Exeter being the 1.
Off the face-off, the shot from the point there by Hopkin goes wide. Now off the board, it's chipped into the neutral zone. Brought back in by Gaudio. He fires it down low, and Guimont decides to put a glove on it, get another whistle.
Again, special thanks to JFK and Parks and Rec of Manchester providing a home for us today, as we were able to accommodate 2 fans for both teams for this playoff game.
Off the face-off, fired in. Gaudio's shot hit the body into the corner. It's a backhand there by La Rochelle. That goes off a few legs and goes to the other side of the rink. Long lead pass up to Quinlan Kerr is going to be called. Was it whistled? Yes, it was. One official said it was onside. I think they're calling it a 2-line pass.
Yeah, I believe so. Didn't hear 2 whistles there, but certainly the trail official was pretty confident with the call as he made it right away.
Well, the official that was standing right at the blue line allowed the play to go on. I think he said it was onside, but I think the 2-line pass rule might still be in effect here in the NHIAA. So off the face-off, it goes to the point, and Will Brower gets it behind the net. O'Connor meets it there. Boss holds it in. Luke Moores tries to clear the zone. Here comes Bedford finally. To Bonville, his shot hit the leg, and it's picked up by Boss. He gets it out of the zone. Sends it up to LaVenture. And now into the Bedford end. It's taken over. Andrew Johnson gets checked off the puck. O'Connor takes it in. To Bonville fighting with it, with LaVenture. Now finally, it's number 20, Logan Plant in the corner. He backhands it to DeBonville. Oh, a centering pass for Arhad Vadia. Misses everything, goes all the way down. No icing here.
Yeah.
Purcell back to Vadia. Purcell takes the hit there behind the net. Trinity holding the puck in. Now finally into the neutral zone. Here's Purcell. Oh, he's a little out of sync there with his partner. Puts it behind Vadia. He had to go back and get it. In the neutral zone, Trinity with it again. And now Owen Roberto chips it into the Trinity end. Thornton fighting for possession into the corner. He gets ridden off the puck. Booth is there. Booth hits Burke. Back down low behind the net. Tate Flint. He takes down Roberto there with a check. Flint tries to send it up the board. Vadia holds it in. Cross ice to Purcell. His fired shot chipped away by Roberto and goes out of play. Little deflection attempt there. Sent it off the surface of the ice, and we'll get a whistle in the Trinity end with 12:08 to go here in the first period. No score.
Yeah, you got to believe Bedford's hoping to get one past the goalie early. They had a final tune-up on Saturday versus a strong Waste River team. Outshot them 48-16, and unfortunately went away with the 2-1 loss. So a lot of opportunities on goal. Hopefully they can capitalize early here.
Now held in by Derek Greer. Will Brower plays it behind the net. He's got Kerr on him. And now Aiden Palmater sends it up to number 27, Gaudio. It's turned over in the neutral zone. Fired right back in there by Kerr. Behind the net, Brandon Boss takes it. But it once again held at the blue line by Bedford. And a shot. Oh, did it go in? They're going to say it went in and hit the inside of the post. It is in the net. Barely. But it's a goal.
Dalton Roberto
with a shot that clinked off the post and barely crossed the red line, the goal line. I know it fooled Braden Lubelchik, the Trinity goalkeeper. And for the first time in the 3 times they've played, the Bulldogs take the opening lead here, 1-0.
Yep, referee right on it. Made the call right away. No hesitation there, so.
Held in there again by Bedford. Here's Roberto, our recent goal scorer. He tries to center it, goes back to Purcell. His shot, a rebound by Roberto. He just misses it. Fans on the shot. Gaudio tries to clear it out into the center ice area where Purcell plays it. He has to take a hit. A lot of physical play here today. Finally chipped right back into the Trinity end. Roberto chasing it down there. He's got Flint on him. He turns it on. Here's a centering pass. Burke fanned on the shot. He was set up beautifully. Couldn't get the shot away. And now here comes Saltzman for Trinity, being rid off the puck by Vadia. Centering pass goes all the way to the point. Ooh. It stops right in front of Guimond. He was able to sweep it away. That shot by Cole Popkin from the point, by the way. And now Bedford takes over, carrying it out of the zone. Cross-ice pass too far for Roberto. Bedford decides to make a change. They're going to call this an icing anyway. And it'll come back into the Bedford end. 10:30 here in the first period remaining, and Bedford up 1-0 on a goal by Owen Roberto. Or no, sorry,
Dalton Roberto. Yep, younger brother got that one. A lot of Robertos. Understandable on that one.
Off the face-off. Dalton Roberto backhands it up the wall. And now DeBonville has a huge hit right there. They're really laying the lumber tonight here. Down the far wall. Dalton Roberto played off the puck. Another attempt here. Now finally the officials are going to call a penalty here. This is going to be Quinn Booth going into the box for an elbow. Tried to hit Dalton Roberto with the elbow up high, and that's going to cost him 2 minutes in the box. So Trinity definitely coming out physical, trying to make Bedford think a little bit about playing the puck, kind of looking over their shoulder every time. But I think this Bedford team is experienced enough to know to kind of shake that intimidation off.
Yeah, certainly you hope the physicality of the game doesn't take over your style of game. And Bedford, not a physical team, but more of a finesse team with a lot of skill. Hopefully they can play within themselves and take advantage of this man down.
Bulldogs win the faceoff and control it. Here's Kerr back up top to Greer. His shot from the point, and Lubelchik gets it on the inside. He wasn't sure where it was, but it was right in his breadbasket. Makes the save. And we'll get another whistle here. This time the face-off to the right of Lubelchik. It's going to be Burke against Aiden Palmater. Puck is loose in the circle. Kerr comes up with it. He's in the slot, takes a shot, and it hits the stick of Will Brower. It goes out of play. We get another whistle.
Again, putting a lot of pressure on Brower in net, which I think, or excuse me, Lubelchik in net, which I think is a good strategy right now for Bedford.
Face off again to the right of Lubelchik. Goes to the wall. Trinity able to play it, but Greer holds his place, keeps the puck in the zone. Greer goes to one knee, gets back up, back to the point to Greer. Greer has a little trouble controlling it, cruising the blue line. Now he settles things down. Owen Roberto at the face-off circle. Back to Greer. To Kerr. Kerr looking for an opening. Back to Greer. He's on the blue line. Roberto down low. Looks for a centering pass. Tried to hit Burke. Got broken up. Now a shot from the point by Greer is cleared away. But Kerr is able to hold it back in. Kerr. He's got control even though he's being checked. Now he turns it over to Jordan Joyle coming down the wall. One-on-one. Greer's with him. And he managed to get a shot away. Guimont stayed with it. Makes the save. Good shorthanded opportunity over there for Trinity and Joyle. Now here they come breaking out. Burke tries to get by his man. Get ridden into the board there by Popkin. Popkin with the puck. He gets hit. Brady Watts for Trinity tries to clear. Can't do it. Greer holds it in. Fires a high shot. Save from Belchek. Puck is loose. Just missed the slot. Just missed going into the net there on the rebound. Now finally Joyle with another attempt to clear it. He does up high. Actually Popkin get it into the corner. Brady Watts there. Has it for Trinity. Centers it to Gaudio. That didn't connect. Now Bedford comes back the other way. That's 16 seconds left here on the power play, but instead it's going to be an icing on Bedford. Face-off coming back into the Bulldogs' end.
Bedford had a nice opportunity there, but Tate Flint of Trinity was able to jam in there and get that puck behind the goal quicker as Brady Burke had a nice opportunity. And then kudos to Trinity pushing it the other way. Had an opportunity, just missed a pass out front.
Watts on this face-off. He's up against La Rochelle. It goes to the point. Flint Tate's shot. Misses everybody. Now Watts centers it, but not cleanly. Still in the slot. Dalton Roberto tries to get away with the puck. He takes the check, but he's able to clear the zone. In the neutral zone. Now back into the Bedford end. Dalton Roberto chases it down. Back to even strength now. Fired back in there by Flint Tate. Or Tate Flint. Bedford controls. Pass up to Thornton. It goes off his stick into the corner. Will Scott. Centering pass and a beautiful set up there, and a puck is loose. Thornton had a chance, couldn't get a stick on it. Fired back down low. Up to the point, nobody home. Cooper Gaudio takes it for Trinity. Vadia is on him. He's able to take the puck away. Good defensive move there by Vadia. Still being checked. Gaudio gets it behind the net. Brady Burke plays it for Bedford and brings it out of the zone. Burke over the blue line. He's got Kerr with him. He fans on the shot, but he still has the puck. Centers it over to Scott. He couldn't get it. He fanned on an open net. Now the other way, Joshua Saltzman over the blue line. Still offside. Oh, that was a beautiful split there by Quinn Booth. He looked like the ballerina trying to get his foot over the blue line, his skate over the blue line. Couldn't quite do it. Yeah, you can feel that hamstring pop just watching that.
Yeah, that was a funky play to this end, where Brady Burke fanned on it, which actually drew everyone's attention. Almost had a serendipitous moment there as he was able to try to connect with Kerr, but to no avail for the Bulldogs.
Yeah, fortunate accident there. Like he meant to clear the puck, but instead the puck just
smooth.
had eyes of its own and went toward the net. So Bedford controls. It floats into the Trinity end where Will Brower plays it. Fires it into the Bedford end. Greer tries to get it out. He does get it to Thornton. It goes into the corner. Roberto played it there momentarily, but Brandon Boss has it now. His partner didn't see the pass. Fired right back in by Bedford. De Bonville fighting for it in the corner. Roberto comes away with it. Thornton behind the net. He's got some room to operate. Centering pass for Greer. Greer just holds it in. Had to escape a check. Managed to keep it in momentarily, but now cleared out of the zone all the way down. Will this be an icing? Nope, they're going to say contact was made. Play goes on. Now Quinn Booth is able to hold it in. He can't get it to his man. Bedford comes back the other way. Here's a shot by Johnson. It hits Joyle on the leg, or Tate Flint, and it just rolls to Lubelchik, who will hold it for a whistle here. 6:03 left here in the first period. 1-0 Bedford is up. Now we got Logan DeVonville on this face-off with Palmater. Bedford controls. Back down low to Johnson. Flint tries to clear it out the other way. Brady Watts gets out of the zone. Fired back in there. It's offside. Bedford has to clear it up. Now Brady Watts carrying over the line. And a shot on net. Cooper Gaudio. And the Guimont was there with the save.
Yeah, dangerous situation there. Is nobody was really going after the puck as Gaudio was able to skate in, and they had numbers. Fortunately for Shea, he shot from 25 feet instead of 5.
Now Palmater on the faceoff. He leaves it there for Watts. Goes behind the net. Wraparound attempt. That goes right through the crease, but Guimont had his pad in place, so no danger there. Along the blue line, it's going to be an over and back offside whistle coming up.
Bedford a little lucky here early as there's been some blue shirts right in front that have not been matched up on. And fortunately for Bedford, Trinity unable to make some of those passes early here.
Trinity controls up the faceoff with Brady Watts getting the puck over to Gaudio. He backhands it into the Bedford zone. O'Connor makes it. Luke Morris on the other corner. There's a turnover. Fired right at the net by Gaudio. Now Bedford breaks out. 2-on-2. Here's Scott. Stands on it. Makes the save. Lebelchik didn't quite see it, but it hit him in the pad. Now Trinity breaks out. Puck is rolling toward Guimont. Will Scott gets there first and carries it out safely for Bedford. Will Scott over the red line into Trinity territory with the snapshot that is gloved by Lubelchik. Will get a whistle. That's the second time that Scott kind of fanned on the play. And the second time the puck just kept rolling toward the net, giving him a second chance.
Yeah, uncharacteristic of Bedford, but nonetheless, shot on goal is not a bad thing here. Get a zone face-off.
Now Burke on the face-off. It goes into the corner. 2 players going down, Roberto and Brower. Now Saltzman picks it up and carries it out of the zone. He's being harassed by Roberto. Bedford getting a little physical now too. Burke, cross-ice pass to Thornton, goes off his stick, chases after it, but he loses the race to Brandon Boss. Boss gets it to Will Brower, tries to clear the zone. Now Burke gets the puck back in the corner, getting harassed. Being tied up, still tied up along the board. Now more players joining the party. Finally squirts loose. And it goes to the point. Vadia.
One more.
Slows the puck down. Takes a weak shot. Gets it down low to Roberto. His shot goes through the crease. Back to Roberto now. Up to Vadia at the blue line. Hits a leg. Thornton tries to get it inside into the slot. It's cleared away. Saltzman now with Will Brower. They get out of the zone. Brower, 1-on-1. He overskates the puck and Bedford knocks it back into the neutral zone. Cole Popkin. He tries to clear the zone, has to do it twice. Now he brings it into the Bedford zone. Popkin down the wall, goes into the corner where Vadia meets him. Scrum in the corner, puck finally squirts loose. Booth sends it into the other corner. DeZillo in the other corner. Big scrum along the near wall. Now to the point to Flint. Tries to center it. Bedford ties it up. Now Thornton chips it out. And the Bulldogs have some time to make a change. Note they're going to say it's an icing, but the get fresh troops on the ice anyway. 3:04 to go here. 1-0 with the Bulldogs up.
Yeah, interesting flip there. I thought he had some room to dump it once he crossed the blue to get a clean shift change, but nonetheless, icing's the call.
Now Quinn Booth up against the Bonneville. DeZillo takes a shot, saved by Guimont. Now at the other point, Popkin's shot is blocked. It's able to be cleared out. Popkin has to race against Johnson to get to the puck. Johnson gets there.
Nice job.
Leaves it there. It rolls right to the goal. Now fired back in. And out comes Booth with the puck for Trinity. Into the Bedford end. His shot. Nice save there by Guimont. Fired back behind the net. Booth. Centering pass. Puck is loose in the slot. Cleared away. Flint from the point. High shot. Gloved away by Guimont. Another clearing attempt. This is going to be an icing. And it is. So with 2:19 to go, the faceoff goes back into the Bedford end as they lead 1-0.
Boy, playing that one back on looking at it now, that puck trickled right in front of Guimont, who was working side to side, following it behind the net. Bedford fortunate there. They weren't able to get a Trinity player on it.
Off the faceoff, Moore is up the wall. Gets it to Kerr. He can't control it. And an offside pass for Will Scott will bring about a whistle. So a fairly even game here so far. Both teams with their scoring opportunities. Bedford with the one power play, nothing to show for that. Just the one goal, 1-0. Off the face-off, the puck is cleared right to Guimont. He's able to stop it with his stick. Now in the corner in the Bedford end. Palmater tries to come up with it. Luke Morris gets to it first for Bedford. Pass up the wall to Will Scott. He can't get to it. It goes all the way to Guimont, who decides to cover it up and to get the whistle there with 1:45 to go.
Well, we have a moment. We'd like to congratulate the Bedford Bulldogs girls ice hockey team. Lost a heartbreaker last night at Keene in the first round of the playoffs, 4-3 in overtime, but tremendous 57 minutes of action from both teams. Really, really fun to watch that team improve every game this year and battle through COVID season, nonetheless.
Off face-off, kept in there by Boss. Back behind the net. Vadia chases it down. Now cleared out. Trinity gets it back. Vadia playing it again. Gets it to Owen Roberto. His long shot goes right on Lebelchek. He sticks it away into the corner. Now DeZillo flips it out. Tries to hit Boots with the long bouncing pass, but Bedford's there for it. Will Grauer now tries to hit a man. Bedford takes it back. They fire it in. Vadia does. Grauer in his own corner. But Burke is there for Bedford in the corner, trying to get away from two players. Centering pass turned over to DeZillo. He carries it out. Now DeZillo with Joyle entering the Bedford zone. Arister stopped by Guimont. He saw it all the way, and we get a whistle with 52.5 seconds to play.
Nice job by Guimont there, seeing that one as Tim Purcell was trying to block it. Nonetheless, a cut by him, but Guimont's glove hand pulled it in.
You know, it's a big advantage for a goalkeeper to see the puck leave the stick of the shooter. Yeah. It's a lot easier to trace. And the defenseman tries to block the shot and sometimes inadvertently will prevent the goaltender from seeing that. Another shot there saved by Guimont. Off to the far wall, finally backhanded out. And here's Logan Plant for Bedford. His shot is wide. Goes to the other wall. Misses everybody. Popkin has to pick up the loose puck. In the neutral zone, it's fired back in by Bedford, and they knock it right back out. Now Bedford settling down in their own end. Derek Greer. He misses his pass. LaVenture tries to fire it in. Instead, we get a long pass that misses everybody and will end up as an icing in the Bedford end. 18.2 left in the period.
Yeah, unfortunate miss there from the defense up to the front line is somewhat squandered opportunity to possibly control the puck for the final 18 in the Trinity zone instead of having another opportunity here to face off in front of Guimont.
Off the face-off, here's a shot that goes high by DeZillo. Another shot by Popkin hits a leg. And with 9 seconds to go, Bedford's got one more chance in the zone. Here's a backhand try by Scott. Lebelchek with the save. 2 seconds to go here. And the puck goes out of the zone right at the buzzer, and that'll be that for this period. So even action, but Bedford comes away with the lead, 1-0, thanks to a goal by Owen Roberto.
Dalton Roberto.
Dalton Roberto, thank you. I'm sorry.
No worries. Yeah, even
my apologies to the Roberto family. I keep mixing them up.
Sorry. Yeah, kind of the way we predicted. We knew the 6-3, again, that lopsided score of game one didn't really prove what that 45 minutes looked like. We just had a flurry there of goals at Trinity, what seems like eternity ago at this point. But nonetheless, Trinity had some opportunities there. Couldn't really get the stick on the puck in front of Guimont, whereas Roberto was fortunate enough to do so. So we stand at 1-0 Bedford after one.
Okay, we're going to take a little break here on the radio side, play a couple of tunes. We'll be back in about 10 minutes for second period action. After one, it's Bedford 1 and Trinity 0. You're listening and watching Bedford Hockey on Bedford 105.1 and BCTV. that you're 20 seconds behind?
Oh, no,
No.
you're in the delay here.
No, I know. We should hear it now, though. No.
I'm
Good.
still
Maybe we
talking.
didn't shut it off that time.
Okay.
Because I would have.
No, I know what you're saying. You're talking about.
Yeah. Kept having feedback.
And by the way, there is a little problem with this because we tested it. You weren't with us the last time we were out here. We had we turned all our volume off. And everything was set up inside. For whatever reason, I just get one little pop. Other than this,
It must have been the external.
The mic on the camera.
even though it's set for external input, which it is, still picking up. For whatever reason, like very like
So that's done, right?
here I have no
Nothing coming out. We're good.
first time in years.
So are we covered for Sunday? Are we covered for Sunday, or you or Jordan?
Yeah, Jordan and I are.
All right. Yeah, I'm assuming they'll win Friday, but if they do,
You see last night?
I heard it was overtime.
So Memorial, when you were there, I watched it today. Memorial was down 3, 2.5 seconds left. Central fouled them shooting a 3 with half a second left. The girl made all 3 free throws, and then Memorial pulled away in OT. Yeah. Oh, that's it down?
Yeah.
That's not good. I didn't look at that. Well, you couldn't really see that in the huddle.
Yeah.
What time they were using after service? Because they couldn't host campus. So we offered here initially we offered to host everything.
We did really funny. We had several fair players here. So one person kind of like, come on, I'm supposed to be at the game, kind of looking up, and I said, are you ready? You can get up and walk up. He goes, no, I'm just waiting for Florida. I said, there was a timeout. All right, if you do, then we could judge. We put the camera right on, and he's waving all signs in the floor. And she kept telling us after, I can't think you guys are so, I can't, we had a blast with it.
There wasn't many Central people there. It was all
Well, we had a few, so
that's good. But they haven't been able to go to any games all year. They were stuck.
either the parents can't do it.
Manchester wasn't allowing parents to anything.
I like how my sister and brother-in-law, who was a top never wanted to do it. When I told them, the Western school, and that we got a football schedule in, we got everything in, we can stream and everything. That's what they're trying to figure out, that's good. So far, so good.
Yeah, I did. I'm gonna save it for later.
On Trinity.
Twin Booth.
Booth? Oh, Twin.
Yeah, you got one of the old rosters.
Oh, okay.
There were some discrepancies. There's number 9. I don't know if number 9 is listed on that roster.
Oh, who's 9?
Is Kate Flint,
FL Flynn?
like Flint,
Oh, Flynn.
like Flintlock.
That's awesome. Thank you. It's so hard when I think
Oh,
of it.
I know. I was in your shoes too. Remember?
Yeah, I know. It's a nightmare. That's the one thing, if you use the net.
Right.
But I tell people I can't even take pictures without the net. Right. What do you expect? And then a mother calls up and gets, you know. The other day, on Twitter, his father got the kid had two last names, you know, and it was funny name, whatever. So the dad wanted to see pictures of the kid, and he goes, first, thank you for spelling my son's name correctly. He must get a lot of bad spelling, you know. So that was kind of cool. As long as the school provides the info, we'll get it right. You know? And the hardest is if it's cursive, and I can read cursive, it's legible. Yeah. But a lot of times it's just like a kid is just like, yeah, oh, dude. Oh. And then an A is I.
Check. Bedford 1, Trinity nothing here at JFK Arena after one period. Goal by Dalton Roberto is the difference so far. And second period action will be set to begin in about 45 seconds. The teams, both of them still in their locker rooms. Now Trinity's starting to come out. Bedford should be emerging momentarily as well. Pretty even game, scoring chances on both sides. Corey Parker back here just talking about the game, very even so far.
Yeah, very much back and forth. I think probably Trinity had just as many opportunities as Bedford did there, and Bedford capitalized on one of them, that's for sure, sneaking it by Lebelzik and net by Dalton Roberto, which I believe is his second of the season.
And that really just got by Lebelzik. I mean, it hit the post and traveled on the inside along the red line, barely crossing over, but the officials right there saw the puck in the net and credited the goal to Bedford.
As we alluded to, this is the preliminary round of the NHIAA tournament. Open bracket this year. Everyone made the playoffs. COVID exceptions, as not everyone played the same amount of games. And so this is the 2-3 matchup in the Region 3 with Exeter hosting Manchester Central today.
Is that going on right now or is that tonight?
I believe it's a 4 o'clock start based on what the NHI is saying.
At the rinks of Exeter, I believe.
That is correct. Ice? Yep, okay. Home ice for Exeter, and the winner of this game will travel to Exeter if Exeter is victorious today. If Central pulls the upset, the winner of this game will host Central on Saturday.
Trinity, their home ice is the same as Bedford. They play at St. A's.
Sullivan, yep.
But since St. A's is not available right now, does that mean the game comes here to JFK?
That is to be determined. If it was to Bedford's victory today, and that was to happen, and Exeter get probably the upset of the year, we would host that game here. But that would be up to Trinity personnel and administration to determine where they would want to play that game. The semifinals and finals of the bracket, which would be the game after the Exeter winner of this game, would be here at JFK, as JFK is hosting the semis and the finals for Division I this year. So those will be here, which is, again, fortunate to secure for guarantee of 2 fans for both teams. Many school districts, again, still in a situation where they can't have fans. As we hosted last night, Central Memorial and girls basketball. That was the first time either of those parents had seen their kids play. Mm-hmm. So happy to host at Bedford High and be accommodating, as JFK has certainly been for our hockey program the last couple weeks.
And we are ready to drop the puck here with Quinn Booth facing off against Brady Burke. Bedford going from left to right this time in the second period. Badia backhands the puck. Held in there momentarily. Burke turns it over. They're going to call an offsides there on Burke. He brought it inside the zone inadvertently. So the face-off just outside. Still bouncing around. Finally picked up by Owen Roberto. Goes up the wall. Gets by Quinn. Still with it. The face-off circle. His wrister is off the stick. Goes behind the net. Now it turns over. Here's a shot. Saved by Lubelchik. Barely hung on to it, and Quinn Booth is showing his displeasure with Dalton Roberto for looming over his goalkeeper. Yeah, and what do we have here? Is this going to be a penalty on Roberto or on Burke?
Looks like it's on Burke.
They're going to call a slash. Maybe he tried to knock the puck away. Lubelchik looked like he was having a little trouble handling the puck, and Burke might have tried to jar it loose.
Yeah, back to our action, so unsure, but certainly Burke was right there in front of it, so perhaps it was being juggled by Lebelzik in front, and unfortunate for the Bulldogs.
So Burke in the box for Bedford. Trinity's got an opportunity here on the power play. They won the faceoff, but Saltzman's centering pass goes all the way back into his own zone, and they have to go back and pick it up after knocking a Bedford player down. Here they come now 3-on-3 into the zone. That's Brandon Boss. Leaves it there for Quinn. Quinn floating. Sends it down to Saltzman, down low. Being watched there by Greer. He turns it over. DeZillo picks up the loose puck in the faceoff circle. The shot saved by Guimont. Gets another rebound. Hit a body before he got to the net. Saltzman shot the second time. Guimont is able to swallow that up and control it for a whistle.
First power play opportunity here for Trinity today is Bedford switches lines to their top D or kill line.
Quinn on the face-off here against Kerr. Still in the face-off circle. No one's controlling it yet. Still no one controlling it. Clearing attempt held in there by Saltzman. Shot on goal. That goes wide. Tim Purcell had it there momentarily. Now Saltzman up the wall to Brower, to Quinn. It hit Kerr in the leg, and now Roberto shakes it loose. He might have a chance. No, Quinn gets back in time, picks up the puck. Good defense there by Quinn to get back and prevent a scoring attempt there by Bedford. Still with the puck. Now we're going to get another penalty on Bedford. Ball here. Lubelchik comes out of the net. Now it's 6-on-4. Here's the shot. No, it's a pass across. Shot goes wide and rolls all the way back down. Boss is going to have to chase it down, but Bedford hasn't made contact yet, so the delayed situation goes on. Still 6-on-4. Delayed penalty situation. Boss leaves it there for Quinn. Now the save by Guimont brings the face-off, and it will send another player to the box for Bedford. You know, in a way, it kind of worked out well that they were able to extend that delayed penalty call because they were killing off the first penalty, and now it's only going to be a 5-on-3 situation for 24 seconds instead of over a minute.
Looks like they got Dalton Roberto on the hook. Yeah, that puck trickling out of the zone. Frankly, Bedford was attacking it, which the coaches quickly redirected them back to defense as it was a 6-on-4.
So 5-on-3, a clearing pass there by Dalton Roberto makes Trinity have to go all the way back with 15 seconds to go here. They've got a 2-man advantage and barely enough time to execute something here. Palmer brings it in, puts on the brakes, leaves it there for Brady Watts. He barely keeps it in, almost trickled out of the zone. 1 second, now the first penalty expires on Kerr, and he comes back and breaks the play up. Still with it. Puck is loose, now goes down low. Gaudio chases it down. He's got it in the corner, looking for an outlet pass. Gaudio gets it to the point. Boss back to Gaudio in the faceoff circle. 5-on-4 now. Gaudio with the wrister right into Guimont. He saw it all the way. And we get a whistle with 1:15 to go to the penalty to Roberto. 12:18 left here in the second period.
Really nice job by Quinlan Kerr coming right out of that penalty and jamming the puck, who, again, on a 5-on-3 opportunity, you got to like the open zones for Trinity, and who's able to disrupt that shot opportunity.
Off the face-off, it goes to the point to DeZillo. His shot goes wide. Actually, Cole Popkin with that. Popkin meets it at the wall again. Knocks it down with his hand. That's legal. Back to the point. Palmer gets it up to Gaudio. Now a shot from the other point that's stopped by Guimont. No, it came out loose, but luckily Kerr was right there to clear it out. That shot was by Tate Flint, by the way. He goes all the way back to pick up the loose puck. Now Dalton Roberto gets a shot on net here, shorthanded. 40 seconds to go in the Bedford penalty. Popkin ships it into the Bedford zone, into the corner. Dalton Roberto plays it. Sends it across now. Brady Watts. He's being watched there by Greer. He gets taken down. Palmer with it to the point to Joyle. Joyle's wrister stopped again by Guimont. He's seeing everything. We get a whistle here. 19 seconds left on the Owen Roberto penalty and 11:22 left in the period. Bedford still up 1-0.
Yeah, hard skip to beat there as Guimont made a nice save on the initial and tried to bring it back with his stick and actually missed his glove with it, so it trickled in front of the net, but fortunately Bedford able to chip that out, and you got to think momentum will be in their favor here if they can kill this 18 seconds and survive these two penalties.
DeZillo with a shot, now Popkin.
Nice.
And it's cleared away there by Arhad Badia all the way down. Just 8 seconds left here on the power play. And Bonneville chases the puck down. He gets into the corner. Booth now for Trinity. Tries to lead pass up there to DeZillo. DeZillo gets a wrister. That goes wide. Up the wall. Penalties expired. 5-on-5. Roberto takes a hit. Another hit there on Kerr. But Bedford controls in the Trinity end. Tries to get it up the wall. Now it's turned over. Here comes Booth. Booth down the wall. Badia on him. He rides him off the puck. Booth picks it up. Tries to center it. Back in the corner. DeZillo. He turns it over. Now Brady Burke tries to get it out of the zone. He can't. It goes right back in. Guimont tees it up for Badia. Behind the net. Up the wall for Roberto. Instead, fired back into the Bedford zone. Puck is loose on the wall. Badia gets tied up. No call. Trinity sends it back in. Vadia has to try again. Jordan Joyle hits him. Pass return to Vadia. Misses everything. Vadia, I think, is feeling the effect of that hit. Now it's finally cleared out by Thornton. Trinity able to bottle the Bulldogs up here. Thornton sees a check coming, decides to lay into that, lean right into that. Now here they come the other way. Tim Purcell with the wrister off the stick of LaVenture into the corner. LaVenture trying to come up with the puck. Now Burke joins him for the scrum. Puck is still being fought over. Finally comes out loose. Brower to the other wall. It gets fired all the way down to the Bedford zone. This should be an icing, and it will be, as Luke Morris touches up. 9:19 to go here in the second period. Bedford leads 1-0 on a goal by Dalton Roberto.
A lot of action on our side of the rink so far for Trinity. Obviously with a two-man penalty there for a few minutes, but I'd like to see Bedford try to control puck here, get a couple of shot opportunities on the Belzic.
Kerr against Palmater on the face-off to the right of Lubelczyk. It goes to the wall, now out of the Bedford zone, or out of the Trinity zone. Luke Morris tries to shoot it back up to Kerr. It goes off his stick. Pass across. O'Connor plays it. Can't quite get it in. Now it goes over to Kerr. Up to Will Scott. Broken up by Trinity. O'Connor. His shot is stopped by Palmater. Finally cleared all the way down. They're not going to say it was a touched pass, so no icing. Now here's the centering pass. Goes all the way to the point to O'Connor. He takes a shot. He had Kerr right at the doorstep, tried to chip it into the 5-hole. But Lubelczyk was there to pick it up, so we'll get a whistle to his left.
Yeah, nice opportunity there. Kerr just a little too close, I think, to Lubelczyk as that redirect went right into the stomach of Lubelczyk.
Face-off goes behind the net. Brower playing it for Trinity, tries to get it up the wall. And here come the Pioneers. Watts fires into the corner. He ducks the check. Centering pass. Now in front, a shot. That was Gaudio, went wide. Off to the wall, O'Connor for Bedford. And now a shot from the point. Still bouncing around loose, now in the slot. Rebound. A second shot there by Palmater, didn't go. Watts had multiple chances. There's another shot goes behind the net. Now here comes Kerr. He's got a chance up the wall. Played by Brandon Boss. Here's Palmater. He takes a shot that goes off the stick. Booth all the way on the other side. His shot goes to Guimont. He knocks it away. Kerr tries to clear. He fans. Now gets. And we're going to get a penalty call here. An interference call. Going to be on
Luke Morris. Yeah,
Morris is going off for interference.
Yeah, frustration after the play. Pluckett cleared the zone. He interfered with a Trinity player who actually slid in and took out Guimont on the play.
So Trinity with their second power play here in this period. Booth on the face-off. It goes to the point. Brandon Boss has it momentarily. Booth in the corner fighting for possession with Dalton Roberto. Now Booth comes down to, or Brandon Boss, I should say, comes down to play the puck. Instead it gets chipped out. Quinn can't keep it in. Pioneers have to clear the zone. Boss leaves it there for DeZillo. Finally crosses the blue line, sends it down low. DeZillo chases it down. He's being watched at the high stick there by DeZillo. He can't touch it. Now finally that gives a chance to Garrett Greer to clear it out of the zone. 1:19 left in the Trinity power play. Off the far wall. Booth tries to split the defense. He does, and we're going to get another penalty here. A tripping call. The late call right now. Lubelczyk's out of the net. There's a shot. Goes through a crowd. Misses everything. DeZillo picks it up at the blue line. Sends it down low. A shot by Saltzman is stopped by Guimont. And we're going to get another 5-on-3 here. Looks like a little frustration boiling over behind the net here. The officials break him up. I don't know if they'll call any additional penalties on that scrum. Or are they? You're pointing at a Trinity player. I wonder if Bedford goaded him into a penalty. Take away the 5-on-3. It's going to be Dalton Roberto going to the box. And so is number 22, Joshua Saltzman. So Saltzman might have cost his team a 2-man advantage here.
We're going to wonder if the tripping is on Roberto or the extracurricular activities, as Roberto was in the middle of all of that, unfortunately.
Well, the officials are talking it over. Hopefully we'll get an explanation here. And that's exactly what happened.
Yep.
22 Saltzman got a roughing call out of that scrum. Dalton Roberto is going to serve the tripping call, which would have given him a 2-man advantage. Instead, it's going to be a 4-on-3 power play, just a 1-man advantage for Trinity. Wait, I see 5 skaters on the ice. Why is that? It's 5-on-4, okay, because of the offsetting penalty. So just a 1-man advantage here for Trinity. They've got 46 seconds left. Shot. Oh, a beautiful feed to Palmater. The shot went over the net.
22 Saltzman.
Now Booth to Boss. Tried to center it. Broken up there by Purcell. Tried to send away Scott. Scott might just get to the puck. He gets to it in the corner. Now finally gets checked off the puck by Quinn Booth. And they come back the other way. Booth met there by Owen Roberto. Gets knocked off the puck. Sent back to the point to Boss. Boss to Quinn. Centering pass intercepted by Vadia. And here they come. It's a chance for 2-on-1. Vadia takes a wrister and just hit the post. Wow, that came close to going in. The penalty on Luke Morris expires. Teams are back at even strength. Ooh. Now Roberto, he's got a chance here with Burke. 2-on-1. Gets it to Burke in a difficult way, and he could only get a weak backhand off. So no harm there from that turnover. Now at the point is Vadia. Sends it down low, too far for Thornton. Behind the net is Roberto. Tried to get it back to Thornton. He wasn't home. Trying to clear the zone. They get rubbed out by Thornton. Now finally in the neutral zone. It's fired in there by Palmater.
Wow, we got numbers. Got numbers.
Oh, here comes Kerr. Got a chance. Want to know Kerr gets taken down. We're going to get a penalty here on Trinity. A tripping call. So Bedford's going to get a chance to go up a man here for 2 minutes. Great opportunity there by Quinlan Kerr. Came in all alone, tried to go across the slot, and he got taken down in the process. A tripping call now on Trinity will give Bedford the man advantage. Number 19, Cole Popkins serving 2 minutes for tripping.
Great opportunity for Bedford, as I think Captain Burke is pleading his case for a penalty shot here. Needless to say, Trinity on a change, dumped it in the zone. Shaky on it quick to pass it up as Kerr 2 lines ahead and at least drew the penalty out of it.
So off the face-off there, La Rochelle controls it for Bedford. Sends it up the wall to Scott. He turns it over. It's fired right back in. Derek Greer has to pick up the puck all the way back in the Bedford zone. Goes up to Will Scott. Will Scott in the neutral zone, crosses the blue line. He turns the puck over in the process. Greer comes back for it. 1:32 to go in the power play for Bedford. Greer pulls up at the point. Still with it. Back to Greer. There's the shot. Backhand by O'Connor. Saved by Lubelczyk.
Reset here.
Will Scott down low in the corner. Takes a sharp angle shot. Saved by Lubelczyk. Kerr goes into the corner, meets the puck first. Here's La Rochelle drifting behind the net, trying to find a lane. It goes off a skate, off of Tyler Peltek's skate, and it goes all the way back into the Bedford zone. Only 52 seconds to go here in the power play. Long lead pass there for Purcell. Goes around the wall. No Bedford players to beat it yet. But Greer able to hold it in there. Now he leaves it there for Owen Roberto. to Kerr. Kerr drifting in, backhand. Puck is loose. Cleared away. Bedford controls. Roberto at the point. Cruising the blue line, looking for a lane. Sends it to Kerr. Shot scores!
Pretty
Quinlan
one-timer.
Kerr on the power play from Owen Roberto makes it 2-0 Bedford.
Pretty one-timer from Kerr. From Roberto. No chance for Lebelchik on that one as that puck was moving.
So at 3:27 of the second period, Quinlan Kerr pots it with an assist from Owen Roberto on the power play. And now, thanks to that power play, that penalty on Cole Popkin, Bedford's up 2-0. So it's the face-off at center ice. De Bonville. Puck is being fought over and now it comes out loose. DeZillo carries it in, but gets a weak shot taken right away there by Dalton Roberto. Matt Lipinski couldn't control it. Now they turn it over. De Bonville takes a shot, and Lebelchik's able to stop that with his glove. Get a whistle here with 3:12 to go here in the second period. 2-0 Bedford.
Big goal there for Bedford. Kind of a crazy period, as I don't think we've been 5-on-5 for more than 2 minutes of this thing with penalties galore on both sides.
On the face-off, it's won by Trinity. DeZillo carries it in. He's got Greer on him on the wall. Shot goes wide from the far wall. Held in there by Will Brower, but he turns it over. Johnson now coming in one-on-one, drifting through the slot. Takes a, actually was more of a pass there for De Bonville, got broken up. Now Trinity up the wall. DeZillo gets it off the wall. Waved off the offsides there. Lipinski can't keep it in. De Bonville does, though. Now Bedford making a change. Puck is chipped up high there by Brandon Boss and goes out of play. We'll get a whistle here all the way back into the Bedford zone on the deliberate offsides. 2:33 to play here in the second period. Bedford up 2-0. Winner go home in this opening round of the Division I playoffs.
Winner go home also continuing tomorrow at Goffstown as Bedford boys basketball take on Goffstown at 6 p.m. in a second round matchup.
Roberto, he won the face-off. Shot from the point goes wide. Now O'Connor's shot also goes wide. Luke Morris meets it, able to maintain control. Now taken away by Trinity. Held in there by Bedford.
Never
Good
caught
effort.
onside.
No, they're going to say it went out. I thought it stayed in, but I'm not the referee.
No. Ref right on line. No sense in complaining with him anyways. Call was made.
So 2:14 left here in the period. Off the face-off in the neutral zone. It's picked up by Roberto. Gets by one man, tries to split the defense, falls down in the process. No call, though.
No, they did
Or
get
they
him.
did call
They
that.
got
A
him.
holding call. Wow. So Bedford's going to go on the power play here. Roberto tried to split the defense, and he got taken down in the process.
Tate Flint with the hold, which will pretty much conclude the second period here. So Bedford man up for the final 2 minutes of the final 2:03 of the second period.
So the face-off is to the right of Lebelchik. It's going to be number 10, Brady Burke, taking it, and he's able to control it. Greer at the point. Kerr on the wall. Tries to get away from his check from Booth. He does. Oh, we get a high. What is this? Another penalty? Or a high stick call? No, it's going to erase the power play here because the Bedford player is going to go off for a high stick. It's going to be Tim Purcell serving two. So now we're going to have a 4-on-4 situation for the next minute and 54. Well, that wasn't smart.
No unnecessary penalty there. Very
Erase the power
uncharacteristic
play.
of Bedford is I think that's their 6th penalty. It's never a good sign.
So the face-off is back in the Bedford end. Won by Greer. Goes behind the net. Clears it up. Kerr has it one-on-one on the blue line. Now gets it to Roberto. He can't get by his man. Brother Dalton Roberto now feeds it to Owen. Owen drifting around. He's got more room out there 4-on-4. Leaves it for Greer. takes a shot, bounces up in the air. Lubelczyk didn't see it, but when it finally came down on the ground, he was able to get his glove on, and we get a whistle here. So 126 left in the 4-on-4. 128 left in the second period. Bedford up 2-0. Kerr wins the faceoff, drops it back to Dalton Roberto, takes a shot, kicked away by Lubelczyk. Kerr goes into the corner, knocked over by two Trinity players. Now coming loose is Gaudio, but he loses his stick, and he says it was knocked out of his hand with a slash. Looks at the official. The officials ignore him. Now here comes Bedford back, 2-on-2. Kerr got Roberto with him. Kerr's shot kicked away by Lubelczyk in the corner. Roberto gets it. Now up the wall. Greer goes up to meet it. He's able to hold it in. Greer still with it. His shot is blocked there by Boss. Popkin tries to check Kerr off the puck. Instead, Roberto gets it to the point to Greer. 42 seconds left in the period. Here's Dalton Roberto's shot. That's a save by Lubelczyk. Puck is loose in the faceoff circle. Held in there by Dalton Roberto at the point. Down low to Owen Roberto. Swept around. Kerr gets to it. 26 seconds to go in the second. Two defenders on him. Roberto comes out to help. Roberto in the faceoff circle tries to get to the puck. He keeps getting pushed away there by Gaudio. Now Gaudio goes behind the net. He's got some room now. 9 seconds left in the period. Gets by one man. Now it's 2-on-2. Gaudio there with Pelletier. His shot hit the leg. 2 seconds left. And here's Thornton. He would have had a breakaway, but the clock expired. And that's going to do it for the second period. Lots of action. Wow.
Busy period.
Trinity actually had a man advantage there for a few seconds, for about 3 seconds at the end of the period, and there'll be 4 seconds where they'll have a power play, such as it is. Not a lot of time to work with.
Yeah, certainly not a lot of flow in that period. Like I said, many teams man up, man down for a lot of that. Nonetheless, I think there's going to be a captain's discussion with the officials here at mid-ice.
So Roberto and Burke meeting at center ice, and number 23, Brandon Boss, the captain for Trinity, having a conversation with the officials here, probably complaining about the stick being slashed out of his hand, wondering why there was no call.
Yeah, a veteran move here by the officials. I think that it's very obvious. Two talented teams, sloppy period when you're looking at a score sheet with that many penalties. And, I think they're reminding them that keep the emotions in check. It is a playoff game, so it's understandable, but you hope that both teams are playing hockey and not necessarily tackle out there.
Well, we've had two situations here, one for each side, where emotions got away from a player and it wound up costing them a penalty or a power play. It happened to Bedford, where Purcell, who's in the box now, cost his team a man advantage. And then before that, it was Popkin, I think it was, who drew a roughing call and cost him a 5-on-3 power play. Instead, it was just a 5-on-4 for the Trinity Pioneers that they couldn't score on either way. So you got to keep your head in the game. You can't get stupid. Those mistakes cost you.
Again, it's easy for us not being a 17-year-old again, and the emotions of the game. The reality of it in hockey is most of these kids play each other and play with each other for 9 months of the year,
right?
And then for 3 months when they put their high school jersey on, they're mortal enemies.
Yeah, good point. A lot of these players are in different youth teams.
Sure, especially being Trinity, being a local team,
right? That. So they do know each other, but that still doesn't mean they like each other while this is going on. So,
nonetheless, crazy period. But
right.
Bedford able to double up on the score there and now lead 2-0.
We're gonna take a break, take a couple minutes here to go back to the radio station, play a few tunes, and we'll be back in about 10 minutes for the final period. Bedford up 2-0. You're watching and listening to Bedford 105.1 and BCTV. said that you sound good and I sound muffly. I think your material is a better. You've got a better math than I do. Oh, you figured out how to switch to the monitor? Okay, yeah, I was gonna say you got to reach behind. You caught me in the middle of a hockey broadcast. That's all right. I was able to, I had my phone in my pocket. It's not like the ring came over here. All right, so if you're all set, then have fun. I'll see you later.
You know why they call them gingers and redheads? And their nicknames are red hornet? We all have one. We understand. We didn't send the seat file.
So Randy says that I sound muffly and that Corey sounds fine. I said cover my math.
Yeah, I definitely you.
I'm just loud. Got 3 layers. Homemade, and he's got some kind of space age material.
This?
Yeah.
No, this is just like TP. It's just like TP surgical Amazon.
Yeah, I know. I had.
I like these. There's nothing to them. So,
Yeah, you don't have a spare, do you?
sorry. I live right around the corner. When it was funny, they came to check it out. And they brought their
Oh, Corey, no, you said my best choice. Pretty much choice.
Yeah. You know, excited. I'm happy to help.
Check.
Well, he told it. He's very happy that it keeps the 5%. Now it's finding reality. He's trying to under. Over 4 now, I think, on offer. Yeah, he thought we could. The last one he was going to grab was something in the hands of Jack, but he thought it was not coming in good for Jack. He's still waiting for the other person. Yeah. He's here.
Take a look.
I was just say, roll it off. Oh, yeah. My neighbor told me how to put it open house. our radio station has a specific number. You don't have hockey. And they told them, and they don't mean to be on anything. And I'm not suggesting, I have to think about it. You would have them on if you hear I see this more as a loading it up and putting it on WGNH radio. And you can have it as a podcast download. Oh, yeah, I can do that. For people to do that, you know, like, because I'm not sure if there's no music on it, I can leave it up all the time. I don't know how you feel from video and audio, because I'm not necessarily turned on to doing something like you said. Well, here's an idea. I'll put it on Podbean. You get a promo, get them to cut a promo to describe the show, and tell people to go to Podbean to hear it on demand. That way, people can listen to it. They can promote it on the air, but you don't necessarily have to take an hour off to run, you know. I just only like the hour, but I'm not suggesting. So we can do that. I'll put it on the Podbean page. That'd be good. Especially how podcasts got to get bigger and more popular. Yeah. I'm kind of looking at it as, but you know, when you do podcasts, you get all sorts of but as we evolve, so we get the radio station, but we also got our page. I'm trying to somehow promote the association to allow anybody that wants to I'd like to, I don't know, I kept reading, well, keep in mind, if anybody ever asks you about that, if they make a podcast with copyrighted music, you can't put it out there. If it plays on the radio, you can use that 2-week rule to play it on Podbean and then pull it out. But anybody wants to do a podcast on a regular basis, you got to discourage them from putting any copyrighted music on. We've got music, you know, if they want a theme song or something like that, we could use. I've got audio blog. You probably have a service like that too that gives you royalty-free music sets and stuff like that. We could use that. If a local artist wants to come and sing one of their own songs that's not published on ASCAP and BMOC, they can do that too. But nothing that's published or copyrighted can be on a podcast. We'll talk more about that. I mean, hang on.
And we're back at JFK Arena for third period action here as the Bulldogs lead 2-0. Pretty crazy second period there. Lots of penalties, a little bit of pushing and shoving. And the result is one power play goal scored by Quinlan Kerr, I think it was, fed by Owen Roberto on that power play. Now the penalty period is going to start out with a 4-second power play for the Pioneers. Really not enough time to do much with that, barely enough time to get into the zone. But
yeah, hopefully Bedford can win the face-off
right now.
After one period of play, BG leads Nashua 3-0.
You can hear the excitement building here. And once again, the official throws the players out of the circle, Burke and Doyle. So Roberto takes it instead, wins it, and sends it into the Trinity end. Boss in the corner to Brower. Held in there by Burke. Goes into the other corner where Thornton meets him. Now Roberto takes a quick turnaround shot, knocked away there by Lubelchik. Back to the point, high shot from Vadia. Stopped, but it comes loose, cleared into the corner by Booth. Thornton playing it. Now Bedford controlling the play. Teams are at even strength right now. Held in once again by Vadia, but now it comes out of the zone. Bedford has to regroup. Roberto tries to fire it in. It finally goes in. They're going to say offsides. Thornton was ahead of the play. And we get a whistle with 14-14 to go here in the period. little bit of, looks like Booth might have hurt his hand. He's bent over in some discomfort here. No, actually, he got caught in the throat.
I think he got hit into the boards right by number 31, the goalie, and the pad is not up on their bench.
Oh, okay.
And I'm not sure if he clipped that corner.
That makes sense.
It's hard to see where his
it's right
pain
below.
is.
It's right below us, so you'd think it would be a good view, but it's kind of obstructed.
Yeah, I think that Trinity is advocating for that. It was a high stick into the neck area, but
And the officials are discussing it, and we'll see what the decision is. Nope, they're going to say no penalty.
yeah,
It'll stay 5-on-5.
Ultimately, the right call. If you don't see a penalty, you can't assume and call it, as that opens the door. Hopefully the young man's okay.
Now play resumes in the corner. Palmater sends it up to Joyle in the Flint. Into the neutral zone, fired back in by Bedford. They have to vacate the zone. Cole Popkin up the board. Too far for Bedford to hold in. But La Rochelle had it momentarily. Now a turnover in the neutral zone. It was offsides. Trinity couldn't capitalize. Now Gaudio takes it for Trinity. Leaves it for Palmater. That shot hits the stick and goes over. Into the corner, Dalton Roberto. Over to Greer. Greer's got some room. Winding up. Gets it up to Will Scott. Kerr stays on side for him. Now Kerr with the puck. La Rochelle tried to get a shot away, but he was harassed. Now it's at the point. The shot goes and hits the side of the net. Kerr behind the net, now wheeling out to the faceoff circle. Palmater's able to clear it out, but can't. Greer takes a shot from the point. Lubelczyk with the save. Knock it into the corner. Kerr leaves it there for Will Scott. He's tied up with Palmater. Now Flint tries to get it up the board. Instead it goes to Dalton Roberto. His wrister hits the body. And Brunt comes out of the zone. Brady Watts sacrificing the body there. Back in the neutral zone is Will Scott. Fired deep. Behind the net, Bedford makes a change. Pass up there for Cam LaVenture. He gets knocked off the puck. Held in at the point is Dalton Roberto. He loses it. Now scrum on the wall. Now DeBonville meets it behind the net. Tries to chip it up to Greer at the point. Greer loses it, goes out of the zone. Bedford firing it back in. Trinity unable to get out of their own zone. Bedford is able to bottle them up. Now they're back in their end. Trying to make a play here. Johnson fires it in. We get another change at the Bedford bench. Boss tries to clear the zone. Logan Plant holds it in. Still along the wall. Now it comes loose to Saltzman. Clears it away, broken up in the neutral zone. Popkin takes the puck. He's got a lane. Brings it into the Bedford zone. Fires a shot. Saved there by Guimont. LaVenture in the corner. He's checked off. Now Peltek taking a hit back there. Goes up to Logan Plant. Takes his time. Brings it up to the blue line. Fires into the Trinity end. Brady Burke tried to center it. Goes off his stick. Held in by Roberto. Shot on goal. And Lubelczyk makes the save.
Yeah, Lubelczyk, nice job there. Trinity trying to clear the zone, and Roberto there for the one-timer. So, they say steady hands by the goalie.
Now the face-off. Roberto kicks it forward. Nothing comes of it. Now a clearing pass there by DeZillo. Tries to hit his man across the way in the Bedford zone. Booth tries to come up with the puck, and now we'll get a penalty here. Looks like it's going to go on Bedford. Delayed call. Yes, it is. It's going to be a hooking call. So Trinity's going to go on the power play here. I think Booth got taken down by number
like
37.
Thornton's heading over.
Is it
Brandon Thornton?
Brendan Thornton going into the box? Apologies to our radio listeners. We forgot to turn the music off there. Should be clear now. Now on the power play, Trinity controls. At the point is Boss. Waiting for a lane. Sends it down low. To Palmater. Back to Boss. His shot saved by Guimont falls in front of him. He's able to put a glove on it. Bit of a scrum. Players flying. Officials not calling anything. Just they understand the gravity of the game here. Letting the teams blowing off some steam a little bit, but also warning them not to let it get out of hand. Another face-off to the right of Guimont. Controlled there by Joyle. Leaves it for Boss. Back up the booth at the blue line. Sends it down to Saltzman. He can control it. Now Bedford breaks it up and sends it all the way down where Lubelczyk has to stick it away. Booth coming back for it, breaking out of their own zone. Booth for Trinity over the blue line. Gets around Vadia, takes a shot. Blocked by Guimont, goes into a corner. Vadia trying to tie the puck up along the wall, can't hold it down. Booth with it again. Tried to wrap around. Instead has to wheel all the way out to the point. Now Brower's shot, gloved by Guimont. Actually Brandon Boss with that shot.
Nice job by Guimont there, seeing that all the way. Playing it off the pad and then closing it up real quickly.
1:04 remaining here in the power play for Trinity. They trail 2-0 with 10:01 left in regulation. Bedford wins the faceoff, and Burke able to clear the zone. Now behind the net, Kerr tried to make a play, but instead, DeZillo passes it up to Booth. Booth still with it. His teammates waiting for him to cross the blue line. He does. And now Joyle. The shot off the stick of Greer. Behind the net, Dalton Roberto rubs out his man. Puck is loose. Finally squirts up to Boss. Now Booth at the blue line. Over to Saltzman. DeZillo at the other point takes a wrister and it goes in. Scored. Not sure who tipped it. It might have deflected off of somebody. Power play goal for Trinity. I know DeZillo took the initial shot, and I think it hit somebody's leg on the way in. Not sure if it was a Bedford player or a Trinity player.
They're giving it to 20, DeZillo.
DeZillo, so it either didn't hit anybody or it went off the Bedford player. So DeZillo cuts the lead to 2-1. 9:21 left in regulation. And that gives the Pioneers some new life. Off the face-off. Popkin fires it into the Bedford end. Greer chases it down. Off the glass. Now here's an opportunity for Thornton coming in all alone. Thornton gets by his man. Backhand. Oh, and the save by Lubelczyk. Now Roberto centering it. Puck in the front of the net. Knocked to the side by Lubelczyk. Roberto with it again. Backhand toward the net. Greer in the corner. Flint knocks it away from him. And now Popkin tries to clear the zone. Held in there by Bedford along the wall. Dalton Roberto with 3 players on him. Gets it to his brother Owen. Owen Roberto down low. Centering pass. Nobody home. Broken up by Trinity. Brady Watts takes it out of the zone. A broken stick goes flying in the air. That was Owen's Roberto stick. He throws it down like he has to. Watts back into the Bedford end. Dalton Roberto meets him there behind the net. Still fighting for the puck. Everybody's pinned up along the wall. 8:14 left here in regulation. Bedford leads 2-1. Quinlan Kerr brings it in. He's got Scott with him.
Oh.
And now what?
Scott was offsides.
Oh, it looked awful. It looked good to me. I thought that Scott carried left his leg on the blue line. But the officials call it an offsides, and we'll get a face-off at the dot nearest us with just 8:07 left here.
Yeah, new energy for Trinity. Obviously getting that goal from DeZillo makes this a manageable 1-goal game where anything can happen versus a 2-0 deficit, certainly.
Face-off controlled by Trinity. Boss passes it up to Joyle. Goes off his stick. Vadia fires it out. Ooh. He gets it to Kerr. It's the 2-on-1 opportunity. He's got Scott with him. Gets it to Scott. Takes a shot short side, and the save made there by Lubelczyk. Now up the wall. DeZillo clears it out. This is going to be an icing. You know, that was a good setup, but just the way that play developed, Scott got handcuffed.
Yeah.
And all he had left, he had a very sharp angle shot on Lubelczyk and couldn't do anything. Lubelczyk sealed off that near post. Made a good save there. Now the face-off. Scott in the face-off circle. He can't control it. Boss has it for Trinity. Gets away from his check. Fires it up. Almost.
You almost had that one.
Yeah. Goaltender reflexes. Almost pulled the wires out of the mixer there. Now, I got a few stories of doing games at Everett Arena, and that press box hangs over the ice.
Yeah.
And there were a few times that the puck kind of gave me a little chin music, so I try to be very aware. So off the face-off, it backhanded out of the zone. DeZillo gets to it, but it's chipped away there by Purcell. Now into the other corner goes Booth for Trinity. Being checked there by Purcell. Booth still controlling it. Gets it to Joyle. Now DeZillo fighting for it behind the net. Comes into the corner where Quinlan Kerr backhands it out, but it's held in by Trinity. Fires a shot. Boss. His shot never makes it to the net. Another clearing attempt. Boss holds it in on the wall. Waits. Takes a wrister. Saved by Guimont. Booth. Down low to Joyle. To Booth. Trying to get behind the net. Another clearing attempt. Boss holds it in. Vadia meets it. And finally, a high wrister misses everybody. And Vadia's hurt. He got boarded hard, and there's going to be a penalty on Trinity. That's going to be Peltek. He's going to go off. Laying the lumber on Arhad Vadia. And Joyle is trying to argue the case that it was a legal hit. Actually, it was not Peltek. It's Joyle going off. Number 10.
Joyle going off, yeah. I think the officials at this point are determining if it was hit to the head or not.
It could be a 5-minute.
Yep.
If that is the case. Vadia's up and moving around. The trainers are out there with him.
Yeah. Again, sadly, the theme of a lot of this game so far has been some extracurricular activity after the puck has been taken off. And no different there with Vadia as that puck had cleared the zone.
He was in a vulnerable position.
Our trainer Eric Gillan tended to him over there. 5-minute major.
They're going to call a 5-minute major on Joyle. And with a 5-minute major, they serve the full 5 minutes, even if Bedford scores. So this is going to be a big opportunity for the Bulldogs, who have a 1-goal lead with 6:35 left in regulation.
Yeah, certainly disappointment if you're a Trinity fan, but I think the right call is.
That was a vicious hit.
Yep.
So Greer taking the face-off here. And Greer gets waved out of the face-off circle. They've been very picky about that. It's going to be DeZillo now against Roberto. DeZillo wins it, and he turns around and clears it all the way into the Bedford end. Greer chases it down. He's got Booth on him.
Number 10, Joyle, 5-minute major.
Funny bounce off the wall, and DeZillo couldn't quite play it. That was an opportunity that got away. And now here comes Bedford into the zone. Greer had it momentarily. He turns it over, and Popkin takes it out of the zone, but Bedford's able to recover. Roberto gets by his man. Takes another step, gets around to check. Roberto still with it. Leaves it for Kerr. Kerr at the face-off circle. Gets it to the point to Roberto. Back to Kerr. At the face-off circle, looking for a lane. Kerr winds up, hits the leg of Flint, and goes to the other wall where Greer has it. Greer to Kerr. He stops it with his skate, fires a shot through a bunch of legs. Lebelchuk saw it all the way and got his glove on it. We get a whistle here. 4:07 left in the 5-minute major to Joyle of Trinity. 5:42 left in regulation.
Yeah, Purcell was trying to set up shop right in front of that shot, and unfortunately got checked off the line, and Lebelchuk had a relatively easy save there.
Off the face-off, it goes to the point to Greer. Cross ice to Roberto. Face-off circle. The shot there by Burke, stopped by Lubelchik. Now back to Kerr. And what we got to have here, a cross check call against, they're going to call it on Bedford. They're going to call it on Purcell. Fighting for position in front of Lubelchik. They're going to put him off for 2 minutes, which will nullify the power play for 2 minutes. There is still 3:55 remaining in the 5-minute power play, but for 2 minutes, the teams will play 4-on-4.
Again, one of the things, officials clearly calling it a tight game. They have the whole way. So you'd like to think the student athletes would adapt to the game at this point and not
No,
necessarily.
I think they're trying to tamp down some of the physical play and some of the emotions getting out of hand here. I don't blame them.
No. And as players, I think they need to adapt to that at this point.
So Bedford wins the faceoff, and Greer takes it and sends it out of the zone, broken up there. Pelleter takes it back. Long shot on goal. Guimond knocks it away into the corner. Dalton Roberto bringing it out of the Bedford zone. Pass across. He misses the Will Scott, his partner, and went too far ahead of him. Now Brandon Boss turns around, carries it out for Trinity. Brandon Boss, 1-on-3. Puck gets away from him, and now Thornton comes back, leaves it there for Dalton Roberto. Roberto into the Trinity end. He fans on his shot. Scott goes behind the net, leaves it for Roberto, looking for a man to center it to. Thornton at the point. Across to Greer, just 4-on-4 here. Greer takes a shot, hits a leg, held in by Dalton Roberto at the other point. Back to Greer. Now Roberto, the wrister, hits Palmater, and he's able to clear it out. 3 minutes remaining in the 5-minute major, 1 minute remaining in the penalty to Purcell, and that's going to be an icing since both teams are playing 4-on-4.
Other Division I action happening right now after 2 periods. Pinkerton and Londonderry are tied at 4. That's in Region 1, which includes Salem and Windham.
You know, those are two teams that have a history.
Yeah.
Not a lot of love lost between those two schools. Off the face-off, Bedford controls. Roberto shot. Oh, that deflected off of somebody, and Lubelchik had the 5-hole closed up tight. Is able to cover that up.
Yeah, Lubelchik getting a lot of activity here in the 3rd period.
Both goalies solid today. On the face-off, Bedford wins it again. Roberto at the point. Sends it down low to Kerr. Too far, though. Popkin's going to catch up to it in the corner. Now he gets away from him. And La Rochelle sends it back down low. Or Flint sends it up. Tried to hit the Zillow. Too far. Goes right to Guimont. He puts a glove on it. 34 seconds left in the 4-on-4. That's when Purcell comes out. 2:29 left on the 5-minute major to Jordan Joyle of Trinity. And 4:04 left in regulation play. 2-1 is the score. Bedford up by 1. Goals by Kerr and Dalton Roberto. And DeZillo the scorer for Trinity. There's a shot on net. Hits a leg. Now inside tight. Backhand saved there by Guimont. That was Booth with that attempt. Great opportunity. Guimont shut the door. Now back in the Trinity end. Puck goes up the wall. O'Connor controls it for Bedford. Gets away from a check. Takes a shot on net. Lubelchik goes into the corner. Now Popkin trying to get away from his man. Kerr takes it over from Bedford. La Rochelle with it at the mid-wall. Back down to Kerr. Being watched by Popkin. He takes a check, but still with the puck.
Bedford back to full strength now, so man up.
La Rochelle tried to get it the other way, but instead it's cleared out by Trinity. 3:15 to go, 1:39 left in the power play. Bedford back on the power play now. 5-on-4. Luke Morris fanned on it, but luckily Roberto was able to play it, or Greer. Kerr leaves it for Greer. Along the blue line to Owen Roberto. Back up to Greer, 1:20 left in the power play. Shot by Kerr.
Get it.
It misses everything. Bedford's got to clear the zone. Nobody was at that point. Greer to Kerr. Pass inside to Roberto. Gets away from one check. Behind the net, Roberto looks for a lane. Wheels around to the face-off circle. And the centering pass misses Greer. Guimont comes out to place the puck for Greer as he comes back. He's got Palmater on him. Now Brady Burke with Roberto. Greer bringing it out of the Bedford zone. 48 seconds left in the Bedford power play. Roberto for Greer at the point. Across to Kerr. Kerr had to stop it with his leg. Back to Greer. At the blue line. Waiting. Wrister. Knocked away by Lubelchik. Kerr takes it back. Gets it back up to Greer. Gets it to Kerr in the face-off circle. Kerr waiting, looking. to Greer, the high shot. Stop again, or it hit a body. Roberto fighting for possession, controls it. Greer has it, 15 seconds left in the power play. Gets it back to Greer, his shot. Save Lubelczyk, turnaround shot by Roberto is stopped by Lubelczyk. He's in the corner, 5 seconds in the power play. Bedford still controlling, Greer, power play's over. Gets it to Kerr waits, fires a shot, stop and save. And Trinity kills it off, but Bedford still controls it. Now they finally get it out of the zone. And it's fired back into the zone. Bedford's got to clear out. 1:22 left, 2-1 score here. Trinity needs a goal to get this into overtime. Now Will Broward fires it into the Bedford zone, goes behind the net. O'Connor meets it there, gets away from a check. Fired up the wall to Thornton. He can't play it. Now he gets it back. Thornton still with it. High shot. And that's gloved by Lubelczyk. Will get a whistle with exactly 1 minute to play in regulation.
Yeah, Trinity did a nice job of killing that 5 minutes, which seemed like an eternity. If you were watching, trying to get Bedford to get their third goal of the game here. Looks like we got a timeout. Timeout Trinity.
Trinity's going to discuss strategy here as we go into the final minute.
Yeah, you got to think they're going to draw something up here to try to get it out of the zone, get control of it, and then pull Lubelczyk and get a sixth skater out there to try to tie this at 2.
So the winner of this contest will move on to play the winner of Central West and Exeter. Exeter, I would say, is the prohibitive favorite in that one.
Yeah, you got to like the chances of Blue Hawks there, which would mean the winner of this one most likely is heading east on 101 to the rinks on Saturday to take on Exeter, who's arguably one of the best teams in the state. We've seen it firsthand.
Yeah, we lost 3 in a row to them. Yep. So if Bedford hangs on and wins, they're going to have a tall order taking on the Blue Hawks on Saturday.
Really exciting tournament across the board, though, when you look at the quality of teams with Salem, Concord, Exeter, BG. Certainly these two, Bedford, Trinity, really strong teams. Pinkerton with a modified schedule, but proven they've got some talent on that team. It should be a fun tournament over the next 2 weeks.
Yeah, Trinity's fortunate. Pinkerton's fortunate they've been able to play some of their sports. I know a few of them. I think it's girls basketball.
Unfortunately, girls basketball
called off.
Yep, last week. Yeah, I mean, that's an unfortunate reality right now, and there's no time for quarantining, so pull yourself out of the playoffs.
Face off in the Trinity end, controlled by Kerr. Boss goes back for it in the corner. Burke plays him. Now Booth picks it up, and they break out of the zone. Lubelczyk leaves the net. DeZillo goes off his stick, goes all the way into the Bedford end.
Six skater for Trinity?
Yep, 6 skaters on for Trinity now. In the corner, Booth fighting with Burke. Now it comes out tight. That was DeZillo trying to wrap it into short side, but Guimont pressed up against the post. Left them no room. Get the whistle. 34.7 remaining here in regulation. The face-off is going to be to the left of Guimont here. Burke is out there. Owen Roberto's out there. Greer. Will Scott. Off the face-off. Shot from the point is blocked. Oh. Scott had an opportunity. Now here's the shot on goal. Puck is loose. Scores! Booth is able to put in the rebound. It's all tied up.
6 skater.
What a swing of, Will Scott had the chance to fire it at an open net. Couldn't control the puck. Trinity takes over, gets a shot on net. I didn't see who shot it. But then the rebound comes off of Guimont, and Booth was right there to knock it in. They tied it up with 26.7 seconds left.
Yeah, 6 skater proven. Unfortunate for Bedford, unable to clear the zone there. At least just get it out of the zone. But
so face off, fired in, controlled by Trinity. Dalton Roberto tries to get it out of the zone. Can't. There's a shot that flies out of zone. Nope, it actually stayed in. It was a high shot, but stayed in the net, inside. Now here's a chance for Roberto on a breakaway. Takes a shot. Rebound blocked. Great chance there by Dalton Roberto. Now another one coming to Dillo here. They're going to say this is offsides or icing.
Icing, yeah. Yeah. Roberto found some light there. Great catch on a pass.
From his brother. We found him. The long pass caught him at the blue line. He was able to get one shot off, and then the rebound got blocked. Lubelczyk was a little bit out of position. Just 1.7 seconds left here. Roberto against Booth on the faceoff. He ties it up, and that's going to be it. Oh, I see. They put six skaters on the ice. They sent Guimont to the bench so that Bedford had the extra attacker. With 1.7 seconds, try to get an extra man out there for the shot. But instead of calling it a game, it's going to be overtime. And we're going to take a little breather here.
Yep. Playoffs, they do clean the
ourselves.
sheet. So we'll have an intermission here where the Zamboni comes out and gets a sheet for 15 minutes or golden goal.
So Quinn Booth with the tying goal with 27 seconds remaining in regulation. And we are going to another period here at JFK Arena. Exciting action. Hope you're enjoying it on BCTV and Bedford 105.1. We'll throw things back to the radio station for a little bit, about 10 minutes, and we'll come back with overtime action. 2-2, Trinity Bedford. You're watching BCTV and listening to Bedford 105.1.
start to get emails like within the hour of that basketball banner. Everyone needs to know stuff 6 days out. No. No. It's all good. Maybe. It's all good. I'm lucky to be had. Okay. Yeah. We got time out. We can't, that is so good. That's the key aspect. No. There is no. No. There never has been. I've heard this before. Is that same as the one for the last performance? That's what we see. So this is the closest we can get to it. What we have to do is build complication. This one is like, yeah, you can look at the zero. How can you keep the clock? Talk about keep the clock handled. Yeah. Yeah. People would just say, yeah, we're good at that. Gets excited now. Yeah, that's NHIAA world. Possible to grab that. But we haven't made anything easy all year long. That's what price fun. Yeah, I couldn't tell them what it is. You see what happened over to Alma Mater yesterday? They're in high wind. The vaccination is taking place. So they have like vaccine that's out there. Wind shut down. I like cancel it. So all the people were like, cancel it over there for a vaccination. I had to wait 2 hours. I couldn't get this. Get people on the record. So 15,000 going ready to go. Here, you hear that Speedway is going to do over 2 day period. I think 10,000 vaccinations.
Get ready for overtime action here at JFK. Late goal, 27 seconds remaining with the extra attacker on the ice. Tied it all up. That was Quinn Booth with the equalizer that saved Trinity season. Now we'll see who will go on. Next goal is the winner. Next goal will go on to Saturday.
Yep, arguably one of the most exciting spots in sports here is the golden goal concept in hockey. Is you never know when it's going to come, and be interesting to see how the Bulldogs come out of that. Obviously deflated a little bit there to finish off the third period as Trinity tied it up. So really interesting thing for a 16 to 18-year-old person right now to keep their emotions in check, start playing the game again, and see which team can do that the best here as we start the period.
This is where having a coach like Marty Myers really pays off. A guy like him who's seen it all, done it all. Bedford's been in these situations before. He probably got the guys in the locker room and settled them down and said, forget about what happened, forget about that goal, just make sure you get the next one.
Yeah, again, you try to bring the heart rate back down to where they should be. Kids believing and being confident in their abilities and their teammates and winning the face-off and get going right from the get-go.
And we're going to drop the puck here momentarily. 15-minute overtime period, but the next goal ends the game. All tied up at 2. Bedford and Trinity. Booth, the goal scorer for Trinity, against Brady Burke, the captain. Bedford going right to left. Trinity fires it into the Bedford zone. Dalton Roberto chasing it down. Joyle on him. Takes a hit. Now up the ice. Broken up here. Here's a chance for Trinity. Fires a shot. DeZillo, point blank on Guimont, made the save.
And that's what we're talking about, collective sigh from half the audience here on that one. Certainly is Guimont on his game as the blunder by Bedford trying to clear the zone. Zillow with a great opportunity there.
Face off to the left of the keeper. Here's an opportunity for a 2-on-1. Here's Roberto with Kerr, 2-on-1. Roberto, shut down! Roberto over the shoulder of Lubelczyk. Makes it, not ties it, he wins it. 3-2.
As we just were saying, literally the emotional roller coaster of an overtime game. Winning the face-off, being able to break the zone. He had Thornton on the far right side. I'm thinking Lubelczyk might have thought he was going to go to Thornton. Nonetheless, a high wrister by Roberto wins it, one of the captains.
A little bit of taunting there by Burke, and the official is telling him to knock it off. Well, you know, it's a shame to see anybody lose these kind of games. And this is the second time that Bedford has defeated Trinity in overtime this year.
Yeah, one of the early games of the season.
The 2-1 game was an overtime winner. So now they're going to have the handshake here. Yeah, what can you say? Just 22 seconds into overtime, and really just about 10 seconds after Anthony DeZillo had a point-blank shot from the slot on Shea Guimont. Well, they're not going to shake hands. Not sure what they'll do here.
Yeah, we're not really shaking hands. We're just kind of chapping sticks.
Okay, I was going to say. Coaches and the officials are shaking hands. But, wow, what a finish. Didn't go long, that's for sure. Opportunities both sides. Trinity, fantastic game by those guys. Lubelczyk was terrific. Quinn scoring the equalizer with 27 seconds left with the goalie pulled. They had all the momentum. They had a chance 10 seconds into overtime on Guimont. DeZillo did. And right off of that, Owen Roberto takes it coast to coast, fires a shot over the shoulder of Lubelczyk high, just got it under the crossbar. And that is going to send Bedford to Exeter, likely. Although, you know, you never know.
You never know. Playoff hockey, right?
Some bad oysters. You know the bad oyster? No, you probably don't get that. It was a really lousy movie called Second String. It was like a made-for-TV movie. It was a story of, never mind. Just Google it.
I'll Google that one.
Yeah.
I'll add that to my wish list between seasons, Harry. But nonetheless, as you said, an exciting opportunity. Literally, about 4 seconds into it, Trinity had a great shot opportunity. Guimont able to make the save, and right off the next face-off, Bedford able to clear the zone, and Owen Roberto with the wrister over the right side, and just a very difficult shot nonetheless. And
it's nice to see that Roberto is talking things over with the captains of Trinity. Burke too, the captains, just kind of shaking hands and wishing each other well. So let's recap. Dalton Roberto scoring at the 11:35 mark of the first period made it 1-0 Bedford. Quinlan Kerr on the power play from Owen Roberto, 3:27 of the second, made it 2-0. Then let's see, we had 2 goals in the third period by Trinity, right? I know that DeZillo got the one. Who got the other one? Oh, Quinn Booth. That's right.
Booth, yep.
He got the first Trinity goal. Then DeZillo got. Oh, sorry, Quinn Booth got the. No, never mind.
DeZillo got the tying goal.
Right. Who got the first Trinity goal?
Booth.
Booth. Okay.
Yep.
And then in overtime, Roberto. So
yeah,
that's
exciting finish there. You know.
We're gonna wrap it up.
Yeah.
Because we're discombobulated here. Hey, coming up next, it's Phil Bruno and Bomb Radio. I know you've been waiting for it. Luckily, it's not going to be delayed by too much.
Quick programming note before you pass along Mr. Bruno to us. Best of luck to the boys basketball team. They'll be, again, at Goffstown tomorrow, 6 p.m. We'll have that on BCTV as well as online. And then on Friday at 7 p.m., girls basketball host Memorial in the second round of the girls basketball tournament. That, again, will be 105.1 BCTV and on our Facebook page. So best of luck to them. And our Bulldog hockey team will be back in action on Saturday, to be determined where and when. We'll be sure to get that information out to you.
Okay, so the final score, 3-2. Thank you very much. Final score, 3-2. Bedford wins it. You've been watching BCTV and listening to Bedford 105.1.